Now, you're coming off a sensational performance against Christian Rumemino, a TKO in the fourth round. That was sensational. Talk to me about your performance. How do you rate your performance?
I was happy with my performance. You know, we've been working really hard in the gym all these months, and basically was working on what I came out to do that night against Christian Mino, and we executed the game plan. I'm just happy that I got to get back in the ring, showcase what I got, be a little bit more aggressive, and show the fans that, you know, I have so many different styles, and I've got to demonstrate that over the years. You know, not one fight is the same as another fight for me, and people who follow my career know that.
You in one of the hottest divisions at 140 pounds. There's so many champions there. You have Ryo. I heard you talk about him in the WBA, facing him. Obviously, you faced Tio. I know you had some words with Tio, right? You spoke about a
Yeah,
match. What was it? What was his
yeah.
response to
He
that?
doesn't. He doesn't want the rematch. He's like, no, we're not gonna have that. But I'm gonna make it happen. You know, my job is to get a belt, become world champion, and make it a mandatory, and we can unify titles if he's still champion by the time.
You feel because your performance was so great that a lot of fighters in your division are going to avoid you, and it's difficult for you to get these fights because they know that you're a great boxer, you have punching power, and let me fight an easier guy. I don't want to fight Jamaine Ortiz.
I believe that that's definitely the case. They know the other fighters know as well that I've never been beat by two of the great fighters that people were kind of scared of in the divisions at the time, right? And they couldn't beat me. So what makes them think they can beat me? They know they can't. So why would they take the chance?
Absolutely. How do you see a fight with you and Ryo playing out? How do you see that fight playing out?
I see an entertaining fight. I think it'll be great for boxing. I think it can be a fight of the year candidate, you know. Um, I'm here to just put on great fights, man. I love boxing, I love fights, but I love entertaining. I love the feeling of me being a fan to watch boxing, so I just want to be able to give that to people as well.
Okay. What are some of the mistakes that you think that Ryo does that you can capitalize off of, inside the ring?
Everybody got little mistakes, but you know, not every mistake that someone does means you can capitalize on it. It's just styles, you know. Some people's mistakes are their strengths.
Definitely. Between Ryo and Tio, who's the easier fight? Now, I know you'll face both of them, but I mean, who do you think would be the easier fight? Because you've already been in the ring with Tio.
Ryo.
Yeah, you think he's the easier fight? Have you had any
Yeah.
negotiations with him? Have you spoken to his team?
No,
So
no.
they're not really interested, you think?
No, 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 they're not. But again, I'm here to force it, put it on every interview, on every broadcast possible that I'm ready to fight Ryo. That's who I want to fight next. You know, WBA. I'm ranked in the WBA, so we can make it happen. I don't think he got an opponent. Pitbull is busy with another opponent. We can make it happen in February. We can add it to that card. I hear they're having a big card being made, and we can make it happen.
See, that's why we like interviewing fighters on FightHype so that we can put you out there and then you can, they'll see this video and then they'll say, okay, you have to respond. Now, Ryo has to respond, being that you're calling him out. But there's another big fight, December 7th in Puerto Rico. Liam Paro versus Richardson Hitchens. What do you think about that fight? Styles make fight. Who do you favor in that fight? How does that fight play out?
It's I'm favoring Power on that fight.
And why? How
Yeah.
would he
The
be
styles, the
boxing?
styles, you know, styles, you know, if power comes with his with pressure. Uh I don't know how well Hitchens can handle that pressure. He's a great boxer, but if you have a great fighter in front of him, I don't know if he can take the fight.
Now,
Let's say that.
Liam Paro beating Sabril Matias, that was a big upset. Did you see that coming in that fight?
I seen anybody could have been beating Matias, you know, because Matias is just unless he's gonna knock you out, it's very easy to beat. You know, yeah, he got punching power. He breaks people down, uh, and that's one of his strengths. That's his main things that got him by so far. But if you're able to take his shots, very beatable.
Definitely. And now Ryan Garcia just had a press conference. He'll be fighting Rokiu Anpo. That was the fighter that faced Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao he struggled. He had difficulty with him. How do you see that fight playing out? Is it good that Ryan's getting an exhibition in before his time off from April 20th? He'll be able to fight again. So is that good that he's getting the exhibition? And what do you think about that fight?
I don't think it's really good for professional boxers while they're active to be doing exhibitions because it's like, what are you really doing? Just like fight. I understand he's suspended, so he wants to stay active. So there's an excuse there, right? Because if not, he probably would have just had a regular fight.
Definitely.
Uh, but I don't think like if you're suspended, I think you should be suspended from all of it, exhibitions and all that, because you're still getting paid and you're still keeping yourself active. So it's it's just not on the books. But I heard De La Hoya saying that that fight might not even happen because they need to get permission from De La Hoya.
Yeah, I heard the same as well. But if the fight goes through, who do you favor in that fight? Do you think Ryan beats him, Rakiel?
Yeah, Ryan probably beats him. Who knows? He's probably not getting tested right now because he's on suspension,
Yeah,
right? So is there even tests going on? He probably knocks him out.
yeah, definitely. Would you be now? Ryan can't hold the weight at 140 pounds. He went overweight. He was 144 pounds when he fought Devin Haney. He had to pay in excess of $1.2 million, just for the fine. Would you be willing to fight Ryan Garcia at a catch weight? Would you be interested in a fight like that, even though there's
I
no
would, I
rules?
would, I would, I
Yeah.
would.
Because of the name recognition, if you were to knock out Ryan,
Yeah,
everybody would,
yeah,
Ortiz is in the
yeah. Obviously, of course, there's a lot of exposure there. He has a big fan base, so me beating Ryan will definitely increase my stock as well. So I'll do that in a heartbeat.
and how does his power and his speed? He has that timing. I don't know about his defense, but what do you think about his power and speed? Will you have to be leery of the power? How would you?
Yeah, I believe speed is power. Like Manny Pacquiao, his speed was his power.
Yeah,
Um, he's definitely fast, so just got to watch out. Make sure you don't get clipped for something you don't see.
yeah, definitely. So and Ryan Garcia facing Teofimo Lopez. Who do you favor in that fight? Like the Teofimo Lopez is athletically gifted, and like I said before, Ryan Garcia has the speed and power. Who do you think would win that fight if they were to face each other?
Mm, Teofimo,
Teofimo? Because you got
yeah.
right. Yeah. How would he do it? Do you think he would knock out Ryan Garcia, or Ryan's chin is do you think is questionable, or his body shot? He can't take the body shots because of the Tank Davis fight.
I don't know if Teofimo knocks him out. He can knock him out. Yeah, I think he can knock him out.
Yeah. And Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn are wanting to do like a tournament, 5-on-5. My five fighters versus your five fighters. They want Ryan to fight Boots Ennis. Now, Boots, I was at the Boots fight in Philly. Yeah, his defense didn't look too good. What do you think about Ryan and Boots? Who do you favor in that fight, and who wins?
Boots. I think Boots knocks out Garcia.
He knocks him out. Do you think the power will eventually land on Boots? That Ryan will have success at some point in the fight.
I don't think Ryan will be successful uh at least not against Boots, not knocking out Boots.
Yeah, but
I
Boots
don't
is
think so.
fundamentally better boxer. You think that's why?
Yeah,
Okay. So Boots moves up to Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is an Oscar De La Hoya fighter. Who do you think wins that fight at 154?
Boots.
Again, how does he do it? Does it decision or is it knockout? Being that Virgil was dropped his last fight.
He was dropped his last fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah. He could drop him. I don't think he'll knock him out, but I definitely think he'll be able to drop him.
yeah, definitely.
I think Virgil's is tough, so I think he'll be able to get back up, shake it off, and finish the fight.
Definitely. Now, switching gears real quickly, Williams and Pater was supposed to face Shakur Stevenson. He had a hand injury, so he's out. Shakur Stevenson is coming off a hand injury, and he's looking to face Floyd Schofield. Young, good, great fighter. But is it too early for Schofield to be going into this fight? What do you think about that?
I don't think so. To be honest, I think Floyd can take Shakur. I
Yeah.
know when I was at 135, there was negotiation for me to fight Shakur. Um, but then I ended up going to 140 for that title against Teofimo. And I know I'll be able to beat Shakur. So and I've seen Floyd fight a little bit, and he's a little bit of that aggressive fighter. You know, I've seen him. He got dropped. I think was it his last fight.
Yeah,
He was able to get back up and finish it off. So if he fights strong and puts on the pressure against Shakur, I think he can. I think he can do very good and win the fight. It sucks because I like to give people their first losses, and I hate getting people who already got a loss on their record. You know,
yeah,
because it's like, oh yeah, but he wasn't the first. You know, I like someone to seem invincible before and then for me to beat him. But I think Floyd can take him.
definitely. Now I know you probably sparred plenty of fighters. Have you ever sparred with Shakur?
No,
No? Okay. Now, Floyd Schofield, you've never sparred with him as well, right?
nope.
Okay. But going into a matchup with you and Shakur, how would that play out? Like, because he's all defense, he has the offense as well, but he'll be on the back foot and waiting. How would you get past that game plan of his defense?
Um, Somebody who has good defense, you just got to throw. Throw some shots.
Yeah.
The more chance, you know, they can't block them all. They can't block them
So
all.
volume punching. You're gonna throw 1,000
Yeah,
punches a fight.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Shakur's chin? He hasn't really been tested. You think you can drop him? You think you can hurt him?
I think so for sure.
Yeah. And you would be willing to go down to 135 for that fight?
Oof.
It's hard, right? For the for the weight.
Uh, I know Shakur can come up to 140. I don't know about me coming back down to 35.
Yeah, that's a little difficult.
Yeah, if you know if we want to have a great fight, I'll do a catch weight.
Yeah, that'll be great too.
Yeah.
But Shakur and Tank Davis, like Tim Bradley called Tank Davis a 30-year-old prospect. Will that fight ever happen? And who wins that fight? Who are you picking if they were to face each
Who?
other?
Who?
Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis.
Who? I'll say Shakur.
He'll outbox him, you think? He'll win the
Yeah,
early rounds?
yeah. He'll be very careful, very, very careful. And I think he has the ability to outbox him. And Davis is not a volume puncher, so he would really have to just bank it on having his accuracy at 1,000, catching Shakur miss one shot, and hoping to land that one bomb that's gonna put him down and not let him get back up. That's the only way it would go.